Gamers Unite! Happy Xbox One release day, ladies and gentlemen. In case you're unfamiliar with me, my name is Music Major. You are inside a Call of Duty Ghost gameplay, and we are coming to you live. Man, oh man, the console wars are underway. Millions of people waited outside in the cold. Some waited outside in the moderate temperatures. Regardless, people have Xbox One, people have PS4. Let the wars begin. I'm very excited to see how the two now battle since they are in the same arena. PS4 has been dominating the arena for the past week or so. I actually got my hands on it last Friday. I got out of work, scurried out on there, went to your local neighborhood Target. No advanced screening for me. I'm not very special at all, to be honest with you. Got to the display, saw it. Was very impressed with what I've seen. A couple gentlemen were playing FIFA 14. And for those of you that really do know me, FIFA is a staple on this channel. Shoot, there's a playlist devoted to it. You can go through hours of FIFA gameplay. I don't want to say hours and hours because I haven't really had this channel that long. But some gentlemen were playing FIFA 14. I was kind of like, hey, I got to get in on this. So they finished their game. They were nice. Luckily, back in the day when systems first came out, I feel like the in-store displays, a lot of people were there. You had kids playing it. You had adults playing it. Everybody was just crowding it for the line. So then they started putting it at those really uncomfortable angles, where you're looking straight up. You know what I'm talking about. Your eyesight's getting weird, your neck's cranking a little bit. It's ugh, Luckily this one was at eye level. I think they're kind of just trying to do that to get you to look at the product. But PS4, all in all, pretty stellar. I really did like the way the controller felt in my hand. FIFA felt really good. If I was expecting kind of a life-changing revelation of sorts, and I know that sounds kind of weird to say, but I was expecting kind of a life-changing experience on the system, and unfortunately, as weird as this is, I didn't really have it, because it is essentially the same thing that you've been playing for the past 8 years, with your PS3 and your Xbox 360. It's the same thing you've been playing for the past 8 years, but just juiced up. And I've been talking to a couple of other people out there that do this, a couple of my friends, a couple different individuals, and they said, Ralph, you need to sit back and realize that this is really going to be for a while until they unlock the full potential of these systems. This is going to be a while before we get into full motion with these systems unlocking the fullest potential. I know with Call of Duty Ghosts you're going to see unique stuff such as the hairs on your dog, the hairs on your player, as weird as that sounds. Madden looks okay. FIFA looks awesome. I didn't see Knack necessarily. That's a game I really wanted to check out, but in the press conferences leading up to E3 and leading out to the release of the PS4, they looked sweet. Knack looked cool. I made fun of it, but it looked cool. I'm interested to see how they go head-to-head now, especially with Black Friday creeping up on us less than a week away now. And, with the holiday season, I want to see how they go head-to-head. Also, too, I've been kind of dropping hints to my parents, I'm probably not going to get this system realistically till after the first of the year. One of these systems. I'm not sure which. To be honest with you now, for the sake of reviewing, though, it's probably going to be a PS4. But I am relatively down the middle right now. But to help make your decision a little bit easier, especially if you weren't out getting either one of these systems in the past 2 weeks, I found a unique article on CNET, and this is coming from a Mr. David Carnoy. Carnoy? Good for him. And they took the designs and basically rated everything. They rated the design on a scale 1 to 10. Xbox One got a 7.0 rating, PS4 got an 8.0 rating, and they were saying basically Xbox One's design is kind of big. It goes to the cell phone craze right now we're seeing, where everything was getting smaller and smaller. The iPhone was getting smaller and smaller. If you own a Samsung, your phone's getting to be about the size of what a Galaxy tablet's starting to look like, which, I make fun of it in, passing, but they look cool. Don't get me wrong, they look cool. But it seems like bigger's getting sexier now. Unfortunately, though, Xbox One, it doesn't really trip my trigger. I want something small. I want something powerful. Something that's not going to take up all that space on the shelf. The ecosystem, basically what you're seeing on the screen. Both of them came in at a 6 rating, which was very unique to me. I wasn't very sure. I did like how the menus were very functional on the PS4. I have yet to see what those look like on the Xbox One. From early comments and, just seeing what I've seen with demos, the menus look like they have a nice flow to them. Looks like you utilize the Kinect a lot. I'm not really a big fan. I have a Kinect, actually, in my living room Xbox, and I don't utilize it all that much. Features right now. This is actually where the Xbox One kind of pulls away for a second. They're talking about your ESPN, your television, all that stuff. That's all hunky-dory. Everybody loves that. PS4, they're talking about your PS Vita remote play, the cameras and all that stuff. It is somewhat appealing to people, but people are really kind of digging, and one thing that catches my opinion on that is people are starting to dig the Skype calling while you're watching TV and things of that nature. I'm pretty intrigued by that. I want to see how that works out. Performance, people are giving the nod to PS4. Basically, if you want to think about it, back to E3 when that huge building collapsed in Battlefield 4 and you could have 64 players playing at the same time. A lot of people were getting into that, and I know a lot of people, were pitching pants tents on that one. And people are saying, too, with your value, your PS4 is going to come in on your value. Keep in mind, with all of these unique things coming up, you're going to have to pay for online accounts. So they say PlayStation 4 is going to be $399. It's actually $450. Same thing with Xbox. It's going to be about $560. There's going to be about a $100 system that's going to be added along to watch this TV stuff. So keep that in mind. That's going to add that stuff on to your Xbox total price. Keep in mind, though, this is just the first battle in a long war. Of course, as both camps will attest, these are the early days of the system, as I mentioned early on. Round 1 may have gone to Sony, but there's many more rounds to come. This is probably going to be about a 15-round fight. And as we did with the software, and hardware upgrades on the PS3 and Xbox 360, we'll constantly see reviews, and upgrades and stuff like that. It'll be interesting to see what these systems do and how well they actually perform once they're out in the marketplace. I know we had some launch issues on PS4. Be interesting to see if 360 can clean it up and try to capitalize on that one. That's going to be an area where they can try to gain some ground. But anyway, guys, my name is Music Major. Thank you so much for watching. We look forward to seeing you later. Have a good one, guys.